Welcome back, Junkies on 106.7 The Fan. Been talking about the Redskins taking your calls at 800-636-1067. You know, we haven't mentioned the Wizards since 5:55 this morning.
Nice
they got
win.
a nice win yesterday. One thing when you look at the NBA standings, and people probably say I'm a hater, they're 11-5, which is great in the Eastern Conference. That puts you in second, just behind Toronto.
I do hate this bet,
If they were in the Western Conference,
but they're not. But continue.
they would be an 8th seed.
Okay. Well,
West is better
so
than the
what,
East.
my opinion on that is, so what? They're never going to be in the West. They're in the. They couldn't be more East. If they're more East, they'd be in the ocean. They're not a Western
It's
Conference
true.
team. It tilts me.
But it's
tilting.
it's interesting when you talk about how good the Western Conference
You
is.
sound like Costanza
It
there.
just
He
tilts
does.
me. It's a stupid argument. But go ahead.
It's interesting when you talk about the Western Conference. I saw on the NBA channel they were talking about Kevin Durant returning to Oklahoma City. And it seems like it's really early in the season. And so season shouldn't be over for Oklahoma City. They're 5-12, terrible start, but they haven't had Russell Westbrook, who just came back, and haven't had Kevin Durant, two of the top 10 players in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And the talk is, well, could they even make the playoffs? And what they were projecting is in the Western Conference,
What's their record?
they would have to go something like, they project them that they're going to have to get at least 51 wins, and they have to have an absurd record the rest of the way just to make the playoffs.
So
But if they make the playoffs, they'd probably get in as an 8th seed, and they might be, in position to upset the
Good.
1.
Screw them. They can be an 8 seed for the next 20 years. I don't care about the Oklahoma City
You're
Thunder.
focused on one team.
I care about the Eastern Conference and where the Wizards are going to be slotted in the playoffs. The stupid Thunder, they can finish 15th in the West as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
they're just irrelevant to Wizards fans.
Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant.
Wizards fans just don't care about the Western Conference.
Please.
It's irrelevant.
All I know is right now we're the 2 seed in the East.
That Western
The 2
Conference.
seed.
I mean, that might as be like slam ball. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, it just doesn't. It's irrelevant. Who cares?
I'll tell you what.
It's not irrelevant.
There
It
are
is.
obvious. There are obvious teams that are already tanking, though.
Well, the Sixers, for sure.
I don't even think the
Well, I don't
Sixers are
even know-
tanking. I think they just suck.
Okay,
Well,
well,
no, that was a plan.
That's
That was a
17
plan.
straight. How are the Pistons 4-14? They've tanked.
Well,
Someone else. Charlotte sucks.
I don't think they're
The
tanking.
Knicks-
I think that Charlotte.
You're
Knicks-
telling me you can't win 1 out of 10?
Well, I think Charlotte, what happened is they brought in Deshaun Stevenson, and he's actually disrupted that
You
offense.
love
'cause
calling him Deshaun Stevenson. It's Lance Stevenson.
Lance Stevenson, sorry.
It's not the locksmith. You used to play for my boys.
I mean, there are just so many bad teams in the NBA. Horrible, horrible teams.
Well, the Lakers are in a situation where I believe they have a lottery-protected pick if it's a top 5 pick next season. So they really should tank, because the worst situation for the LA Lakers is because Kobe's actually playing fairly well, if they end up missing the playoffs, which they will, and finish it with like the 7th or
Kobe's
8th
playing
worst
fairly
record.
well. They're 4-13.
He's scoring, but he's not
He's
shooting the ball
He's
well.
playing well.
You
What
don't
are
think
we-
he's playing well?
What
he
are,
just
we
had a trick
talking,
dub.
what are we talking about here? The Wizards are the story, not the woebegone Lakers. What are we doing? Why am I so tilted?
You can't recognize that Kobe Bryant's having a pretty good year?
He's the only player they have that can shoot the ball. Of course, he's going to score a lot of points.
You get a bigger with. He's averaging 27, 5 assists, 5 rebounds.
Is he going
Those are the most
to set
hollow.
the record for
those
field goal
are
attempts?
the most hollow stats in the history of the NBA because they're going to wind up with 15 wins.
Well, it's kind of relevant because that's who the Wiz play next. So you'll be facing Kobe.
I can't wait to
When is that
drill
game?
the Lakers
That's tomorrow night.
Where?
here.
Here.
What day's tomorrow?
Wednesday.
I should go to that instead of the dumb Terps game. It's at 9:15. Like the Terps game might as well be at 2 a.m.
Right. I mean, 9:15 tip.
Who could do that?
Yeah,
What
TV.
is-
It's a
what
TV
is
deal.
that?
TV deal. ACC Big Ten Challenge.
I mean, honestly, I want to go to the Maryland Virginia game. I really do. It's too late. I've done it before. It's hell. I come in here grumpy.
yeah, I mean, if you go to that game, you're not getting to bed till 12:30.
Yeah,
if you stay for the whole thing.
Yeah, if I go, I would only go for a half.
Okay, well, you can do
But then
that.
I get
go to the
I still
Wiz
won't get
game.
to bed till 11
Ricky.
something.
Yeah.
But then I'll be all
Ricky.
jacked up. Probably have to whistle to go to sleep.
Go
Freaking
to the
nightmare.
Wiz game. The
Like,
Wiz
that's
game,
a nightmare.
The Wiz game starts at what? 7? 7:30
7
the
o'clock.
latest?
7 o'clock.
I should. What's
You're
my
home by 10.
What's my media status over there with the Wizards? What do I have to do? Just tell them a day in advance, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a suite there. I'd rather do that.
Oh my God.
I mean, the media stuff sucks.
You know what?
Sweet's just pwned
go to the
that.
Denver game on Friday night. Got a Friday night home game. Don't go to the Laker game. Although, going to see Kobe would be cool.
Next, JP's going to tell us if Denver in the East, they'd be in the playoffs. that's what's coming next.
Why does it tilt you so much? It gives you context.
Perspective.
I don't want
It
context.
gives you context as to where your team is
I
in the
don't
NBA.
care about
Because
context.
it doesn't really matter. You just
know
want to get
what
to
I
the
care about?
finals and roll
I care
the
about
dice.
Rasul Butler and the heater that he's
You know what's
on.
funny about Cakes is that he talks about every other player on his fantasy team who don't play for the Wizards.
I never.
But when
first
you
of
bring
all,
up a team,
I never talk about my fantasy team.
oh my God, that's all you and JP talk about, your fantasy team.
Rarely. Okay, maybe every once in a blue moon.
Oh
I
my
might talk
God,
about
are you
it.
kidding me?
That and the stock price.
It's
the
every
CBS stock
single day
price.
you talk about how your fantasy team sucks, or you want to make a trade, or I got to dump this guy
No,
and pick this
JP
guy
always
up.
wants to shake it up. Anyway, nobody cares about my fantasy team.
That-
Nobody. I know that.
Truest statement.
I
Never.
barely-
Truest statement never been
I
said.
barely care about it.
9:49. Cakes gets the face.
I'm the
I
face.
know.
Why?
Because
On a random Tuesday.
JP wants to talk about how great Kobe Bryant is on a 4-win team.
No, Kobe's not great anymore.
No, you just don't like it that he belittles the Wizards' accomplishments by
Right.
then comparing it to the Western
Right. He
Conference.
wants to take them a 2
Right.
seed in the East and put them out of the playoffs in the West. Or the 8 seed.
Who's
Right.
my guy in the NBA, Cakes?
I don't know.
Dirk
because you
Nowitzki?
root for so
You know.
many.
Dirk and Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant, hopefully someday will play for the Washington Wizards.
Would
I
that
would
make
love
you a
that.
Wizards
I
fan?
would- I would
You're
love-
like,
I am a
you
Wizards
like Ricky
fan.
Rubio.
I like a lot of players. I like the
JJ
NBA.
Barea.
You love Barea.
I love JJ Barea.
Oh,
Now
yes, you
JP's
do.
gonna,
Puerto Rican,
now
but-
JP's really going to tell me he's a bigger Wizards fan than me because he's gone to more games than me in the last year or two. Oh,
Well,
Well, that's a fact.
I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I can't.
I don't know why you let it bother you.
It bothers me.
I don't know why
Not
you
a
let
lot
it.
both's me, but when JP says,
bring
well,
up
if the Wizards were in the
context.
West,
Do
they
we-
wouldn't be in the
do we bring up
playoffs.
Okay, but he also brought up other teams and
to bring-
other situations,
to-
and you don't even want to address it.
When we talk about the Cleveland
It's like we
Browns,
should
does
only
that
talk
upset you?
Wizards and nothing else.
No.
You know why? Because the Wizards, soft spot right
Well,
here,
we
right
do.
here in the ticker. for your
90%
boy.
of the NBA talk in this room is about Wizards.
No, it's not.
Oh,
no.
come on.
Cakes,
What?
come on.
Come on, Cakes.
90%'s an
Oh,
awfully
who are we
high
talking
number.
about? Clippers and the Jazz?
JP talks about Western Conference teams all the time.
All the time.
Go
Okay.
to the tape.
Oh, Valdez, go to the tape. I want you to take the last
show you
5
David.
hours of
Go
NBA
to
talk.
the last 10 minutes. We did 20 seconds on the
10
Wizards,
minutes.
and then all of a sudden we're talking about Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant.
You won't let him.
And then
You
he's talking
jump down
about
his
Dirk.
throat. You won't even let him talk about those guys.
Right?
I think
Because nobody that's listening cares about the Phoenix Suns except JP.
I think
I'm with you there.
I think
I don't care about
Cakes
any
is,
of the Western Conference teams.
Right.
I think Cakes is upset. Well, not upset, but ticked off that the Wiz just pummeled the Heat last night. We talked about it for 5 minutes
No.
at the top of the show.
I'm the one
He
that
doesn't
brought
care.
it up again.
No, hold on. Cakes doesn't even care about that. He doesn't like that JP's belittling their accomplishment by comparing it to the West.
It's
That's it.
disrespectful.
It's
That's
context.
it.
It's
fine.
disrespect.
It's no different, Cakes, than you belittling the New Orleans Saints or the Atlanta Falcons who are going to be in the playoffs.
There's a big difference.
Really?
I don't care about the Saints or the Falcons.
Okay, well, if you can't differentiate and understand what context is about, that's
But
on
hold
you.
on. It doesn't
I understand
matter.
what context is. I don't care
It-
about
but
context.
what does it really matter
My
if they were
point
the 5th,
is
6th,
that
7th, or
Kevin
8th?
Durant and Oklahoma City might not make the playoffs, which, by the way, if you want to play the future game, might mean he's more likely to leave that spot because he's going to follow the LeBron game plan
I'm not looking
of
into a
not
crystal
winning
ball.
a championship
I care about this
in his
year.
original city,
Well-
which is Oklahoma City.
More Western Conference talk. I care about this year. I don't care about 2 years down the line.
It's fine.
All these people are beating the drum. Well, Kevin Durant's coming here in 2016. Can't wait for 2016. I care about 2014/15. I'm living in the now.
All right, well, right
My
now,
blood pressure's spiking.
Let's just try and figure out ways to piss Cakes off
It
daily.
is entertaining. I like it when it's not on me.
That's what I like to
I
do.
just sit here and I'm in awe. I love it that it's,
did I
I'm
say
not
something
involved.
offensive, Jason? Did you find
Not
it
to
offensive?
me. Not to me, but
No, I'm with Cakes a little bit. You
he flipped a switch.
What
today.
I think I
JP,
might
what
do
he's
now-
doing is belittling
What
the
I might
Wizards'
do now is
accomplishment.
bring in a nice
Yeah.
NBA nugget, always Western Conference rated just for Cakes.
Yeah.
You don't know who's probably the best player in the game right now who plays point guard.
I don't care.
His
Does he
name
wear-
is Steph Curry, MVP candidate.
That's fine. He can win all the MVPs he wants.
Would you
But
trade?
he
hold
doesn't
up,
care 'cause
hold
he
up,
doesn't
hold up.
play for the
Let me
Wizards.
just take him off. Would you trade John Wall for Steph Curry? If you don't say yes
You're putting
in
me
a
You're putting me
millisecond,
in a very
you're a
difficult
dog.
position here.
Cakes.
I wish the Wizards had
Would you
drafted Steph
trade-
Curry instead of
Would you trade John Wall for Steph Curry?
It doesn't matter.
maybe. I would think about
It
it.
doesn't matter.
I would consider it.
They're
But
only
I love me some John Wall.
They're only 14-2.
John Wall, 9 double-doubles on the year. Thank
Right.
you very much. Sticking up for my guy.
Right now, we're giving away tickets to check out WWE Live, Patriot Center, December 6th. See all your favorite WWE superstars in action, including Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, Jack Swagger, Big Show, and many, many more. Tickets on sale now. Visit WWE.com to get yours today. We're out of here. Grant and Dan are up next from Velocity 5 in Centerville. Trust Way. Lurch's favorite player on the Redskins
guy,
going to join
man.
them, and Santana
Let's go to
Moss
the Pro Bowl.
in person on Grant and Danny on the Fan.
Sports Radio 1067